at 12/21/2022 at 7:05 a.m. Mercury day. Great risings. I woke up early today thinking I had to go into work, so I'm most likely gonna tap after I writing here, and I definitely am going the fuck to sleep after I record this. I fuck with my shit at Dollar General. It's provided me with a lot of opportunity for growth in a metaphysical sense, a space in this material world where I'm tasked to break social constructs. It's a playground for me to do magic. In a more simple sense, it brings more structure to my journey. I'm of service to others by playing role of a mirror, and above all, I do what I want there. Anyway, enough about work. Yesterday, I told my mom that I'm not continuing at school, that I might go and get credentials if I'm called to do so, but for right now, it doesn't make sense for me. I've been made this decision months ago, and at first I was nervous to say something, was trying to figure out how to say everything so they could understand. Then I realized, really came to terms with the fact that they will never understand me. I could say more on that, but I'm gonna leave it where it's at. That, and it's really not that serious. It's not anyone's business what I do, but me, and I don't owe anyone an explanation, especially with how I handle everything and manage it all on my own. Me scrambling to figure out how to tell them and wanting them to be accepting of my decision was still perpetuating the notion that I need others' approval, people to co-sign my decisions. But coming back home to me on my first house North Node shit, it's honestly fuck how anyone feels, and I gotta do what feels right to me. Otherwise, then I'll be straying from my path. She also asked me what my plan was, which truthfully I'm still figuring out, and I let her know that I don't got my whole life mapped out. It's often that I usually don't even have my next step figured out. I'm just taking this shit as it comes, willing and eager to learn with an open mind. I may not know what is to come next, but I know what I don't want. And in the meantime, just gonna keep cultivating my passions, building my structures, and following my path the best ways I know how. And it's definitely like, I feel people who maybe have a similar parent archetype, or if you have Caribbean parents, Black parents, immigrant parents, it comes with a layer of guilt. But like I said, guilt is not an emotion. So throw that shit out the window. But feeling like, okay, your parents came here, or they came from this, they want this for you, like feeling like you got to see that shit through, not wanting them to look at you and be like, where did I go wrong? Just wanting the best for others, and in turn neglecting how that shit makes you feel. I kind of knew from the get-go, like with school, that my goal, I just never really gave a fuck about school for a while. I always did well in school, don't get me wrong. Came to college more so with the intention of, I just want to get out the house. This is the route that makes the most sense, but I wasn't passionate about anything. I didn't really care too much. In my head, I wasn't thinking like, oh, when I graduate, this is going to happen, and so on and so forth. Whatever. It was definitely like, okay, what degree is going to make me the most money? Chose biology. That shit made me fucking miserable. Took a sociology course, and then I'm like, okay, this where this shit is at. I was really enjoying that, but I was just enjoying what I was learning. I wasn't in there stressing about my GPA and, oh, I need this many credits. It was like, no, I'm going to do the workload that makes the most sense for me, where I can chill, have a job, and do whatever, and homework's not too fucking crazy, but also enjoying what I'm learning. It definitely, like, ran its course, did what it was supposed to do, brought me a lot of knowledge and experience, but it got to a point where what I was learning was getting redundant. I was knowing more than what the teachers was knowing. I was learning more outside of school, shit that actually like pertained to things in my perspective mattered. Things that mattered. What matters to one person is not going to be the same thing that matters to another. It's all subjective, but in the ways that made sense to me, I was like, this shit is not it anymore. So now what? Discover more of who I am, what it is I like to do, my actual passions and my hobbies. I'm like, okay, this is where it's at. I could turn this shit into a career. So now I'm just kind of like building on the things that spark a fire in me, because I can't just pick anything up, and it has to be like actual fire, otherwise it's not going to get me anywhere. But no, like I was saying, people with maybe a similar archetype of their parents or family, it can, standing up for yourself and being like, this is not what I'm gonna do, this is the route that I'm going, and having the courage to do so. It's easier said than done, but like, I fucking did it. So it's as simple as that. Just fucking do it, and then whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens is meant to happen, but like, know that this shit is not even fucking real. It's not that serious. If there is a negative reaction, know that it's like, that shit is just another factor to pull you into places that are meant to keep you stuck. When my mom, because we were texting about it first. Okay, so this is how it fucking went down. She was like, saying how my stepdad, because he's the co-sign on my lease, how he got an email that I'm not renewing my lease. And I was like, yeah, I don't plan on staying here. Just as simple as that. And she was like, what's your plan? I said, just continue working on my business, finding a community where I can see it thriving more in. I'm still figuring things out and laying the groundwork for everything, but I'm not worried. And then she called me, and when she called me, I looked at it and I just laughed, because it's like, I already am knowing. I said what I said, and I feel like that should just be the end of that. But you're always gonna have like those, I call them tests. But when you see their tests, it's not really a test. It's more of a like, I'm gonna just call it a bug. I answered the phone call, and she was like, so do you ever plan on going back to school? And I was like, if it shows up in my journey again, yeah. If I need to get some credentials, I will. But that's just not my focus right now. And I was explaining more to her how I felt, what I wrote in the journal, and her tone was definitely upset. She was just like, okay, I mean, it's your life. You know what's best for you. You're going to do it in the ways that make sense to you. So, and then she basically the call was over at that point. But because of how firm I stand in my shit, it's like, I'm going to feel the pull of the emotions, but you cannot deter me from that. So yeah, just stand for the shit that you know, the shit that you love, and the shit that you feel so strongly. You don't even have the fucking words to explain that shit. You just know, and it's in you. Like, stand on that shit with all that you fucking have, because people will try to take that shit from you. When you have something valuable, people will try to take that shit from you. But nah, nigga, that's yours. It's yours. And let that be fucking known. As simple as me making this fucking video and sharing what I feel and sharing what I know, and just using my voice, period. My voice from straight out the fucking womb, nigga, like, has always people trying to dim my light and make me be quiet and take my voice, silence me. And I fell in line a lot. My whole fucking life I fell in line. I did not speak up for myself, for real. And I'm just now at 20, 19, 20. I'm 20 now. About to be 21. This past year and some change, just now starting to step into myself and really speak the fuck up. And in the ways that I speak now, it's definitely still a work in progress. Me sharing and communicating but it's progress nonetheless. You can definitely tell when I speak that I've had a blocked throat chakra for a long ass fucking time with the ways that I communicate, but I'm working with it, and that's fine. Just keep working with it and keep, picking this shit up and being like, this is mine. I'm a cater to this baby. I'm gonna love this baby. That's just what you gotta do. You can't take this shit from me anymore. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I love you. Keep walking in love and adoring yourself. Know that when you adore others, you just adoring yourself first and foremost. To adore you is a door into myself. Yeah.